It's the time to get down.
Don't do it. Just say no. Just say
Wrong.
Just say no.
That's cold, man. It's terrible.
All right. Well, it's now we break this show down into segments, and I gotta let you know that we got the new sports coming up in just in a minute. But I wanted to play you a piece for you as a
Betcha by golly wow. Russell, Paul.
My nano talks to me. It does. That was my nano.
More than the conversations of your ex-girlfriends, right?
Yeah, it sure does.
See, this is what happens when you get too much time again. That's why you missed the OJ story and everything else.
All right. Well, I'm trying to find you the Hemsley Foster Project.
Betcha by golly wow. Russell, Paul.
Who's Russell?
Russo's Russo.
Oh, and no relationship to Renee Russo, the actress. That just leave it alone for you fellas who's trying to follow up. Paul, not connected, man.
I'm trying to find, tracks.
See what I'm saying? See what happens?
Vic, can we tell what?
See, you search. Don't you have yours set up in a playlist?
Man, it wasn't working right.
See, this is
I'm
what happens.
I'm trying to play it off the nano.
Well, yeah, you made a nice presentation. Now
I was trying to play you.
I know. See, what's happening now is people right now are trying to determine should they go out and get one if they haven't already.
All right. I'll just play a different track. I wanted to play Bulletproof Soul.
Oh, I see.
Because I had, that's one of the tracks that we have.
So
coming up.
You're gonna play the track and put it on this broadcast, right?
Right. So I'm gonna give you a preview of the tracks that's coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can hear the actual songs. Now, many of you, you're familiar with, because we're redoing a bunch of famous songs. Okay, a bunch of. Let me see. Here we go. So the first one, this one I'll play for you right now. It's going to be coming up. See if you recognize this, and we'll be right back with some new sports.
What year did it come out? See, I always got to do this.
It's a remake.
See, what year did it come out? See,
Why?
It won't matter. See, if it's a good track, it won't matter what time and when. But see, it's a good trivia point, man. Or is it Jackie Wilson?
This is the music. This is the rough. Take a listen. We'll be back with some sports. Let's see how many people can identify this track. This is the rough. We'll explain how it works. All right, for those of you who didn't know, that will end up being a remake of the song Children of the Night by the Stylistics. That's the initial musical rough draft, and I'll explain to you in a minute how that works. Because you're going to get to hear this song take form over the next weeks to months. Yeah. You know, what we do is we get, well, when I do these tracks, so these are all tracks I'll be prepared. I have a process. For those of you who follow the show, the Master of Old School series, we're going to try to combine some of the elements of our very successful Create Your Own Label segment, just by keeping you updated to how these things are done. This track, Children of the Night. All right. Enjoy. Because you're going to hear it change. You're going to hear this track change as we replace parts and as the vocals are added. Playing it off my Nano.
Sounds like well, I'm not going to say. I'm going to stay in good taste, good quality.
Well, that's the part. That's why I want them to know it's the process.
Yeah.
Just so you can see, because I want you to notice how it's going to change now. That's why I show you. This is the first rough, because the song is going to change, and that's the part I'm going to explain coming up. Children of the Night. Late at night, when all the world is safe within their dreams, I walk the shadows. I walk the shadows. Doing the local zone. You listen to the little kiddies. Wait, what happened?
See, that's what happened. That's what you call leave your Nano alone.
Don't like me touching it.
No, because it zaps you.
All right. Now let me explain to you guys that. Okay, let me cut that. All right. Let me explain to you what you just heard. As part of the Master of Old School series, I'm doing a bunch of remakes. And for those of you who used to watch my Create Your Label series, we would explain to you so much what went into being an indie label. So this is just actually me giving you my insight to one of my recipes. When I get ready to do a remake of any old track, I usually start out by finding a version of it that I most like.
Right.
It's not always the most known version of a track, but I find the version that I most like, and then I take that version and I contact one of my musical arrangers, or what I call sequencers. They are guys who listen to tracks and actually will sit at the keyboard and play in all of the parts. Now that piece right there, Stephen Kern, okay, who's got a long history of doing tracks. I actually did tracks for me, did some layouts for me way back in the 90s. But what happened is I go to them and I, discuss with them the way I feel about the track, and I give them a musical version, and then they will play in all the parts of that into the computer, and then send that to me for a fee. And then I take that and mix that up, and then I start cutting it up. And then I start replacing the parts with real musicians that play. So that is the first mix of the version sent to me by Stephen Kern of Children of the Night. You're going to hear ultimately, specifically the guitar and bass replaced by probably Robert Pace. That's what I want. And then sax and stuff added by Paul Russo. So you're going to hear the track change and morph as we go along. And I actually got the vocalist in mind. So you'll be able to hear some of that too. But I just want you to hear, so that way you'll hear the song grow. I want you to, we're doing that so you can hear the roughest versions all the way through the most polished versions. And so stick with it. So you expect for you to be able to enjoy that with us.
Well, you know what everybody's waiting for. They always want to know the icing on the cake, who's going to actually do the vocals.
Who's going to sing that song?
Yeah, that's
well,
it.
we want to make this a fun reality show. So that's a secret for now, right?
Yes.
That's a secret. That's a secret. That's a secret. But Vic,
Yes, sir.
I know one thing that isn't a secret is that we have got to cover the hot sports.
Yeah, you got to cover something after, you brought in all this stuff about these laws about, people and their habits and their sex, choices.
And I'm not saying there's a correlation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm done.
just say no. Hey, so remember, tune in tomorrow where I hate to stick to sex as a topic. I hate to, but this is the news that was coming up. So tomorrow we're going to deal with the oral sex survey that outrages school parents. And as part of that, remember I told you I went and uncovered a bunch of statistics about where we sit today as society sexually. And we're going to talk about a bunch of that stuff tomorrow, hopefully with the Empress DeVoe here.
Right.
You know how much I love to embarrass her.
Yep.
All right, so tune in then. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Vic,
Yes, sir.
any last words before we show them some DNA?
No, man. The only thing I want to remind you, if you're in the Southland, LZ, the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza is going to jump off their summer concert series with Guapale. She will be the one who starts off the new renovation project that basically is completed.
I want to see that. I love it. She did a hot show last year, Guapale.
Yeah.
In fact, if you want to see last year's show, go up on YouTube, search Guapale Pack Stereo. It's on the LZ.
Yeah.
And then you can check it out. Oh, tonight on the Sci-Fi Channel, the premiere of Alphas.
Okay.
All the geeks want to tune into that.
Right.
Man, it's crazy.
I know.
All right. So everybody, remember, nobody got our DNA.
No.
We'll see you tomorrow
You probably don't want it.
at the Sperm Bank. I'm Arl Hibsley for the Morning Coffee Crew. We was going to say, tune in tomorrow. Be there or be square. Peace.
First off, I'm not your regular dude. I bust moves like a young MC. Yeah, sorta, that would be me. Got me thinking about putting down the mic one day. Then I get some more love. Thanks for the love you gotta play. Hey, what can I say? I'm a Leo to the finish, man. I love God, so my faith won't diminish me. Once I step up to the mic, I speak truth. Hip hop wasn't designed to expose the black youth, but somewhere along the lines we dropped the ball. Yeah, I mean that man in the mirror, yeah, that ball dude. But now I'm back to right the wrongs of my past world. So long as walk this off my list like my name's Earl. Articulate my thoughts clearly like Professor Les. Do you remember Rap City with Deja and Les? I'm looking at the front door, bless the main source. You're full, yeah, wait till I hit you with the main course. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I'd rather listen to Tribe or shit alone. You like my raps, but really I write songs. I like to do it like this once in a while to show some versatility and make you all smile. It's been a long time coming, I know, I feel it too. The more I take a break, it's like the more I break through. With my timeless space boy funk, I'm on point. And bless this microphone every time I anoint the pen and pad. I face the bad head on. Escape inside the music, see my diary's a song, it's on. Till I write my next verse, then I go again into the studio. I feel I gotta flow again. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. They say they get me, I don't think they ever got me. My name's Kowalski, but they call me Kawasaki. Online and funds, but in real life, I'm more like Chachi or Cola. I told you, I'm funky like granola. Bars, can't you see that I'm a star? Who pumps his own gas in the cold really fast? I pass on your gold digging stash. I'd rather make my own money, not advance me loan money. No. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA.